now, as you may have seen, the President of the Stop the War has joined us. Someone who has not only been with us throughout this movement, but throughout all mass movements for peace and democracy for generations. Please give a very warm welcome to Tony Benn.
What is happening here in Manchester this week will be seen to be a turning point. And I tell you what, everything we have been told for years, trust the market, borrow and spend, keep the government out, has turned out to be completely wrong. All over the world, people are facing a crisis that will affect their homes and their jobs and their children's future and education and health and their pensions. And our responsibility today is to give hope to those people that there is an alternative. Not a time for sectarian excesses, not a time for personal attacks. It is a time to give people hope, and I tell you why. Because if you don't give people hope, then that is when the forces of fascism build. And I have seen that in my own lifetime. Remember Oswald Mosley blaming the Jews and the communists and the trade unionists, and that, when that happens, when people have no hope, then it leads to war. And by God, that's the second problem. We've got war now on a massive scale. The bombing of Afghanistan, the invasion of Iraq, the threat to Iraq, the bombing by the Americans of a Commonwealth country, Pakistan. We've got the threat to Chavez and Morales in Latin America, and even Sarah Palin, the vice presidential candidate, said on the radio she would be ready to contemplate a war with Russia. I went to see the Russian ambassador the day before yesterday just to tell him that there were millions of people in this country who wanted friendship with the Russian people. So remember, that's exactly of the Russian people that gave us the time to be sure. And I will never be part of any policy involving conflict with the people of Russia. And I think that is something we've got to think about as well. So that's what we're about. We're today here about giving people hope, credible hope. All over the world now, people who believed all this nonsense about a war on terror and about are looking for an answer. Rosa Luxemburg said socialism or barbarism. My God, that's come home a bit, hasn't it? Yeah. So, this is why I don't know if many of you are going to be here over the Labour conference, but there's a left convention. From respect, the Labour Party and so on, in order to try and make it clear that we are setting aside sectarian differences because our job is so important. And outside the Friends Meeting House is a famous quotation: what is morally wrong cannot be politically right. And I'll be here, and all of us will be here over the next few days, but we represent the future, and that is the important thing to keep us going. Thank you very much.